Good afternoon, everyone. I was just driving and God put into my spirit that the enemy is really tricking, is really fooling and tricking us. And what God has promised you, the enemy has heard about it. The enemy knows about it. And so he's going to send something that looks like what he promised you, but it isn't. And you have to dig deep to see that it's really not from God. The enemy is sending you counterfeits, replicas, something that he cannot compose is your promise. The enemy cannot compose your promise. Only God can. And so the enemy is sending you what you think God promised you, and the enemy is sitting back saying, ha 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 ha, that was easy. I didn't have to work hard for that. And you are giving up what God has told you to do, called you to do, where God has called you to be, to get the counterfeit promise from the enemy. And the enemy is going to sit back and laugh at you when you are blaming God, saying, God, I'm mad at you because what you promised is not what you promised. No, it's not what God sent. It's what the enemy sent. So be careful in what you're saying that you're taking as the promise of God, because it's really, and most of the time, it's the enemy presenting you something that he knows God said, but he can't present what the real promise is. So get that in your spirit and just know and just wait on the promises of God. Even though it may not look like it's happening, God is working everything out in your favor.